Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Irene and I create videos about K-pop auditions every single Sunday, so be sure to subscribe if you have not already. And in today's video, I've got two brand new audition tutorials with me here today, and one of those two is going to be FNC Entertainment. They're best known for like AOA, honestly, but currently under their label, they've got SF9, P1 Harmony, FT Island, CM Blue, Ampersand1, and N Flying. I guess apart from being known for these artists, they're also known for really liking band-like groups. So if you play an instrument, that will definitely give you some cookie points if you're applying to FNC Entertainment. But basically, they're going to 4 different cities around the world, basically. They're going to LA, Sydney, Vancouver, and Toronto in the month of October and November. So I wanted to share more information about those auditions. The next company and audition are actually quite hidden, per se. So a majority of their artists under their label, or you could say just like people signed to their label, are actors and not musicians or artists themselves, but they do have one solo artist and also another group called TOZ. And if you guys watched Boys Planet before, 4 of their members are actually from Boys Planet. We've got Anthony, Hart, Yuto, and Takuto, and they are Japanese members, or they're a part of J Group back in Boys Planet. I actually heard from one of my K-pop audition course members, shout out to her, who's actually in Korea right now doing these auditions in person in Korea, and she said to kind of like look more into YY Entertainment. So I did, and then after doing some research, I realized that they do not have an audition on their website, which is crazy, but they are hosting auditions in like different K-pop academies, and so through like different accounts, I did manage to find the audition, so I'll bring that with you guys here today. So let's just begin with the audition tutorial now. So we're gonna begin with YY Entertainment, and this one was the hidden obscure one. Don't tell me how I found this, honestly, like it was a miracle that I did, because on their website as well as their Instagram, there's no information about their audition, but they are looking for applicants, and it's seen through this agency here and then also the offline auditions that they're doing, so it's pretty clear that they're looking for more trainees. Now, more so about this agency, they're called Gory Agency. What it says here in Korean, it says they are connecting you with companies and also audition programs. They're a casting agency essentially, and it says no nationality limits, but also don't DM them. And for contact, for if you have questions, you can contact them here. And they have a bunch of auditions that are out with smaller companies. And yeah, all of them are through this agency, and then they will kind of forward it to the companies themselves. So if you do have Instagram, this one is nice to put on. So actually, this was something that they did in September, and I hope they will also do in October and moving forward as well. If they do, I will definitely let you know. But it pretty much combined all of these agencies. They are like smaller agencies, but guys, they've got Mode House, which is one of my favorite companies. They do have the group Triple S. I do want to make a full video on them. I've been saying this for like a really long time, but anyway, the point of this is like they do like a casting call where they combine all of these and then you just submit one video. Alright, so going back to YY Entertainment though, they do have different pages for different languages, but obviously we're going to look at English. So it says they're targeting males and females that are between 13 to 19 years old. At the same time, the caption says 11 to 20, so honestly, I don't think it's the end of the world if you are 20 or 12 or 11. The due date is at the end of October, and to apply or ask questions, you can email them right here. So how to apply? Film and then attach your self-introduction video and your talent video. So that category can be vocal, dance, rap, instruments, etc. And then also write your personal information, and that should include your name, age, height, contact, experience, and etc. And then send email to this email here. Here it does like include some more information that wasn't mentioned in the post, which is, you know, the artists that are associated with this company. And then also you shouldn't include any filters or editing in your videos, like making yourself look better type of filters. And then let's see, they only respond through email and you can't DM them. And then also, if you do receive like a smile emoji after you apply, it says you could get a smile emoji after your mail, and it just means we've checked it now, so you don't have to mind it. So that's kind of like your confirmation mail, not that you got in or anything like that. And then let's see, yeah, just film with your basic camera, be sure to include your self-introduction video, and you can actually do multiple categories if you want. It doesn't matter how many video files and also the length of the video. And then it says when you're applying, make sure you only do it once a month, which definitely makes sense. And it also says even if you want to apply to various companies, just send it once every month. They'll individually contact you after auditions. Oh my gosh, there was all of that in English, holy moly. But that's okay. You can read through that, but it's pretty much everything that I said. But it might take you less time to read through it individually. It's a simple email audition. So let's move on to FNC's audition. You can search their thing up, like they have a website, but they also have an Instagram for their audition. So that is FNC Audition _official. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the FNC Global Audition for 2025. So we can quickly just go through this part. So it says the categories that you can apply to are vocal, rap, dancing, acting, instruments, visual, and modeling. They've got a lot. And then the qualification is anyone born between 2008 to 2014. Definitely not very inclusive, but moving on to the dates and locations, we've got LA, Sydney, Vancouver, and Toronto. So LA and Sydney are in October, and then Vancouver and Toronto are in November. I recognize Toronto's Academy because that one is I think North York, and I went there for the Source Music audition. That was actually the only audition that I've done so far in Toronto because as time goes on, I'm not really eligible for these auditions anymore. But anyway, these are the artists that are associated with FNC Entertainment. There's more information about each of the dates right here. The application method is an on-site registration, so you don't really have to do anything about it, but I do want to quickly go over the FAQs as it might be helpful for you guys. Okay. So how can I apply? Registration will only be accepted on site. I'm pretty surprised by this because usually they do a pre-registration on their website. I think that was a case for FNC because I did an audition with them back in Calgary. This was a couple of years ago though. But it says, please arrive at the designated venue in each city at the scheduled time below. Once you arrive, complete the application form provided on site, receive your number slip, and wait for your turn. It says closing time for registration may vary depending on local conditions. So if there's just so many people, they might close it early, for example. So please check updates via Instagram story on FNC Audition _official. Okay, so the date doesn't match the city I live in. Can I apply in another city? Yes, you can, even if it's not your place of residence. You may apply as long as you're able to attend in person. Please note, however, duplicate applications are not allowed. So let's say you're from Montreal, then you can still go to the Toronto date, for example, even if you don't live in Toronto, but you can only do one of these 4 auditions. And then I've auditioned for FNC before. Can I apply again? Yes, you can. Can I apply for 2 categories? Unfortunately, this is not possible. You may only choose 1 category. And then can I apply as a team? Unfortunately, this is not possible. Please apply as an individual, so 1 person. What are the criteria for trainee selection? It says we evaluate applicants based on skill, appearance, talent, and passion with a strong focus on future potential. So audition preparation. Oh, I didn't realize that this was divided into categories. So this one was about registration. This is about preparation. What should I prepare for the audition? Please prepare a brief self-introduction and a performance in your chosen category within 1 minute. How long will each audition take? Each audition will approximately be 3 to 5 minutes per person. Please be aware that additional waiting time may occur, of course. And then, do I need to bring anything to the audition venue? It says for dance applicants, please bring the required audio track, of course. For vocal, it's just a cappella, so no instrumental accompaniment, so you don't need to bring anything. For instrument applicants, guitars and bass must be accompanied by your own instruments and amplifiers. Drums and piano, difficult to carry, may be replaced with a video submission, so just keep that in mind, but I'm sure you had that in mind. Personal effects pedals are not allowed, and then MR/AR tracks, if required, must be brought on a USB or a mobile device. And then also the results. So when will the results be announced? Successful applicants will be contacted individually after all city auditions are completed. And how many applicants will be accepted? There's no fixed number of successful applicants, of course. And if you have any questions, you can DM them. That is it for these 2 auditions. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Don't ask me why I have sunglasses on my head. I low-key thought it would look cool because I always do the same hairstyle and the same thing every single video. So I was like, why not switch it up a little bit? But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.